And let's say hi again on our channel. So this is our last episode from España. Last time we showed you our place in Xativá finally. And from there we now riding to La Galera. On our trip to La Galera, we also drove to Valencia. The fish market where I also have fruit and groceries. And I had a little chat. Spain by ferry to Sardegna. We visit our friends in La Galera, in a place where it's beautiful to live. We stay on Finca Haryco, Harry and Corrie, and our friends Remco and Linda were also there with their dogs Jim and Bruno. Had a great time by chatting, special stories and sitting around the campfires. We had a really great time with our friends of Brabant. We had to go on direction Barcelona for catching the ferry, and so we went to Castelldefels. Where we went to office El Corte Inglés, and they made for us the reservation for the ferry to Sardegna. There seems to be a little of a curse on our trying to catch the ferry. First it didn't work to make an online booking, and now at the Grimaldi port to Porto Torre in Sardegna it was a bit chaotic. But hey, what a mess. we have really not a problem, because we got onto the ferry and finally we arrived at Porto Torre in Sardegna. I was very happy with our Garmin a navigation system, so we could drive right away to our next stay in a small village called Ossi. After our stay in Ossi, we went on in the direction of Alghero. The campground we spotted in Alghero was closed, so we had to go on, and finally we got a bit north of Alghero, Vertillas, and there we had a lovely but very luxury campground. Some nice walk and dinner in Vertillas, nice place to visit, and then the next day we did our first ride and we rode up totally north to Spiaggia La Pelosa. And on our way back to the campground, we stopped at the Capo Cassia. In Capo Cassia there are also the caves of Neptune. The final day, when we stayed in Vertillas, we went to Alghero to visit the old city, enjoy the scenery of this city, the small streets and the historical buildings. And if you don't know where to go this summer, maybe Sardegna is one of the options. But later on we will show you more beautiful places to visit this summer or any summer.